Everybody, and welcome to Hex Token Channel. Your host Superman in the house, and welcome. It's Sunday here in good old New Zealand, aka Kiwi land. So good to see you, and hope you are all doing well wherever you are. I know it's still Saturday in many parts of the world, and you're enjoying a Saturday night at the club, down partying at the club with the old drinks sitting there, your scotch, your whiskey, all that sort of cool stuff. Anyway, moving on. How are you guys doing? Let us know in the chat there. Let us know where you are from around the world. I do like that. If you haven't told us already, put that in the chat. It's always fun to see where people are coming in from there. And of course, yes, summer New Zealand. We've had plenty of storms, plenty of floods, but we've got the summer as well. Now, we do have extreme events from time to time. It's just the way it goes. It's part of the normal cycles that we're in. And yeah, just the way it goes. But yeah, summer. The sun is shining today. It is a very summery feel today, so we will at least get 1 day of summer. But on the beach, chilling on the beach, talking about Hex. You can't think much better than that, right? Now, obviously, New Zealand's is surrounded by beaches. We've got beautiful mountain lakes of beaches. There's beaches all over the place, so it's pretty fun. Now, there are a few places where it would take a little while to travel to a beach. But generally, you can find a lake beach. If you can't find an ocean beach, you can get a lake beach. You can get a river beach even. So there are lots of different beaches around. Let us know in the chat where you think that picture is from, because that'd be pretty cool. Let's get into the chat there. We're going to start off with the stock market, of course. We're going to get into BTC as well, Bitcoin. And of course, look at the price of Bitcoin. We're going to get into the Bitcoin news. We've only got one piece of Bitcoin news. That's from CZ at Binance. And then, of course, we're going to get into Hex, of course, talking about Hex, chilling on the beach about Hex. We're going to be talking about that, and then we're going to get into Hadron. We've got honorable mentions. We've got quite a few charts that are honorable mentions today, so stay tuned for that. That's Pulse, Bitcoin, Internet Money, and we're going to talk about briefly about Zen, and then, of course, we've got Pulsechain updates as well, and we're going to have a look at some cool images. So we've got lots in store, and then we're going to wrap up with the Hex Daily Stats, because it always closes when I do my live stream, so we get the latest results every day. It's kind of neat. You get paid when Hex Token Channel is live. You guys get paid and enjoy it. Now, if you haven't checked out the Power City interview with Jesse and KDP yesterday, check that out on the channel as well. That was a lot of fun. Love those guys, and they're doing a great job. So check that video out as well. I have put timestamps on all the videos. So for those that like short form videos, you can just jump to the section that you want to look at. So go for that. And I've been very consistent with that lately. So I'm very proud of myself. Pat on the back, as it were. So there we are. Big welcome from me. Let's get into the chat, though, and say hello to a few people. Before we get into it all, let us see who is in house. We've got Brian in house. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. We've got Lies Beneath as well. Hello, all. Good to see you. Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. And Lies Beneath says, hello, how are you today? Very well, indeed. We've got Sandy Beach as well. Sandy Beach is probably, I don't know, are you moderating for just about half the YouTubers in Hex and Pulsechain? Well done, Sandy Beach. But hey, look, I'm excited to see where you're going with being an influencer on Twitter. You were rocking it on there, and I encourage that because I think you're doing a great job. Go for gold on that. If you haven't followed Sandy Beach on Twitter, definitely give her a follow. She is a rising star on Twitter, and it's going to be lots of fun. Katie in house as well. Superman crushing it with all the streaming content. Hey, Katie, appreciate that. And you guys know it, man. I love this stuff as much as you guys do. We know that we're in the golden standard of crypto. Things couldn't have lined up as well as we could have expected. I mean, it's just been a dream run, and we're going to have our day in the sun, and we're going to talk all about that during this live stream. Michael in house as well. Woohoo! Let's go. Absolutely, let's go. I like the attitude, man. It's a Sunday, or it's a Saturday, depending where you are, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Who else has jumped in here? We've got Wookie as well. Wanaka. You think the pictures of Wanaka? Says Wookie. And let us know. We've also got... no, it's Queenstown, says Wookie on the front thumbnail there. It's a beautiful spot, isn't it? Beautiful spot there. Xenologist as well with the wrench. Nice one there. And what else? There's Sandy Beach as well. Good to see Sandy Beach. Hello, Hex Token and everybody. Nice. Very nice, as we say. Ted Nelson as well. Evening, everybody. It must be still Saturday where you are, Ted. It's certainly, what time is it here in good old New Zealand? It is Sunday. 12:35 p.m. on the 19th of February. We are chumming it through here, and it's beautiful outside. You can probably hear the crickets. It's probably the one thing you can hear through the microphone is the crickets there. Evening to Ted. Woohoo from Xenology there. Good to see you in the house. Brennan says, morning, Superman and family. You've convinced me to go to the beach, says Brennan. Nice. I've done something good here today. Bobcat says, Sunday, Auckland Day, about time, says Bobcat. I know it is about time, that's for sure. We're typically thinking about the people out down in the East Coast there, Hastings and places like that. They've still got a lot of cleanup, and there's unfortunately a lot of tragedy there, so we do put our prayers out for them. But they are getting help. Help is being attended to those down there as well. They have had flooding down there before as well. So acapella, I guess. Hey all, great interview with the Power City team yesterday. I think that is my number 4 now after watching that, behind PLS, PLSX, and Hex. Nice one, Archipelago. Yeah, I really do think that it's right up there. It is in my top 10, and I think it was ranked at number 5 on my list, I think. Definitely rising. Hey, they may end up they're just going to get better and better with the products that they're launching. It really is a great place. If you missed out on the Pulsechain and Pulsechain sacrifices, probably one of your 2 best options, I would think, is the Power City Sacrifice, which is still open. But once again, not investment advice. Do your own due diligence. QQ's in the house there. LFG, let's go. We've got Pulsar Beta in the house as well. Morning, Super. Good to see you, Pulsar Beta. J-Pon as well as in the house. Yo, 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 yo. I think that deserves a horn. I think it does. That was pretty cool with the yo-yo like that. QQ says, putting a whole pay in Hex tonight, baby. Let's go, Pulsechain. Nice one, QQ. Picking up. I mean, Hex is still off, 90%. So really good entry there. 90, was it? We're going to have to check what percentage down Hex is at the moment. But of course, it's on the rise as well. So it's rising from the bottom, but off from the top. That's the way we like to put it. Andrew Reynolds says, happy weekend, everybody. Good to see you, Andrew. We got Francis Jesus just popped in this hell. Hello, hello, hello. Francis, I love Jesus. Good to see you, Francis. And of course, Machiavelli in there with the rocket bags. That's how we rock and roll. Let's get into it, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, the crowd goes wild. Yes, it does. It does. Thank you. It's very, very cool. It is a magical event, and we will have fun for sure. All right, let's get into it. Let us fly here. Let me switch over here. Come on, switch. I said switch. Switch, switch, switch. There we go. All right, so BTC at the moment, $24,626. Up just a tad here. And of course, Ethereum there just down a tad at 1679, but holding up pretty well, honestly, everybody. It is pretty cool. Now, hey, look, you guys know I've been calling the seasons pretty well on this channel, and you guys watch every day, so you can be the judge. But we've had a pretty good run up to this point. Now, moving into March through the May, we could have some rocky roads there. So just generally, we've got the interest rates rises in March. We already see the stock market hemorrhaging a little bit there. Now, obviously, crypto has its own thing. We don't have, like I say, earnings seasons, profit losses to worry about generally, or inverse relationships, interest rates with our valuations, stuff like that. So we don't have a lot of that things going on. We more care about the general wealth effect and income effect and the what's going on in the world. And that's holding up pretty well. People still got a lot of assets on the side and all that sort of stuff. So I think we're looking pretty good, but we will have volatility in that period between March and May. So you guys know that. I think you guys can see that too. So just be a bit more cautious there. We are waiting for that terminal rate to hit on the Fed, and that should bode well for crypto. So we're going to keep an eye on that over March to May. And of course, we are expecting a new SEP forecast too from the Fed in March. Remember the last one we had was in December with a 5.1% interest rate. So we'll see where that lies. I would love to us for not to go higher than that 5.1. Basically means we've got an interest rate of 5.25 to 5%. So let's see. Hopefully we can hold to that. All right, BTC. So that's where we are at the moment. Binance BNB is at $313, almost $314, up almost 1% there. And what else is looking pretty good here? The stablecoin USDC is still under peg, 0.993, but is up 1%. So that's nice to see that as well. Obviously, with the SEC regulator Gary Gensler making all these aggressive moves on crypto, stablecoins, staking, and probably trying to move beyond that as well. And of course, his old buddy there, SBF there, and FTX. That play there's just been pushed under the rug, isn't it? So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, we've got Solana is looking not too bad, up 1.15%, $23.38. What else is looking interesting here? We've got Matic is down 1.85 down to $1.42. And I think that's kind of where we're there. Link is not doing too bad though. Link is up 5.64% at almost $8. So almost $8 there on that one. So that is the crypto. Let's jump into BTC itself. And we can see the BTC Bitcoin chart here. This is on the daily using Coinbase. And we can see we've got two moving averages here. We've got the 100 moving average EMA. And we've got the 200-day moving average in purple. Oh, sorry, other way around. The green one is the 200-day moving average, and the purple is the 100-day moving average exponential. And of course, we can see we might get a golden cross here. When the purple crosses, that's the 100-day, crosses the 200 green. That's a golden cross. So we're getting closer to that on my chart, and that's very, very cool. We can see that we had a nice ride up here, beautiful, came back, and of course we had that dramatic day coming back down here. What did we get down to as low? We got as high as 24,300. We got down to as low of 21,400. And then we had a beautiful stellar pump here. Beautiful stuff. Reminds of us bull markets, doesn't it? This sort of stuff. And we rose all the way up to 25,241. Very important level, that 25. And then we had that volatility. Remember, we sold off big time, and the market went down to 23,500. It was the same time that Hex was trying to, the second time Hex was trying to get over 5.6 cents, our big resistance level there, the second time, and this came in just at the time, and we got denied. We got denied the move for Hex, moving over 5.6. But now we're back up to 24,638, looking not too bad, and we've got a potential golden cross coming up as well. So that's kind of neat. I really still don't think that we're probably going to get over 30K on this move. I'd be very surprised at that. But I definitely think this is looking pretty good here as well. And don't forget, we are at the 19th of February or 18th of February US time, and we're expecting the March Fed meeting coming up. So maybe we've got 2 weeks of reprieve here to have a nice move higher. And that's kind of where I feel we're at the moment on the old Bitcoin. Let us know in the chat there what you think as well. Now the news on CZ. CZ here is we pulled back. This was an update on news here. This went on a few news sites. Breaking says whale chart. Binance considers pulling back from US partners as crypto crackdown escalates. This got picked up, the story, by some of the fake mainstream media, and of course not to delist every US-based crypto as previously reported. So there we are. Binance considers pulling back from US partners as crypto crackdown escalates. Not to delist every US-based crypto as previously reported. And then here's CZ from Binance saying we pull back on some potential investments or bids on bankrupt companies in the US for now. Seek permission first. So that was there from CZ. There's some funny replies to that, as you could imagine. So that's pretty much the news there around the markets. We're going to get into crypto, into Hex now though. Let's do it. Before we do that though, let's jump back into the chats there, and I'll wait for my wait for that to update. Let's catch up to who else has jumped in here. We've got Dan who's in house. Woohoo! Let's go. Hello, Superman and all Hexkins. For those who forgot, it's this button, the like button. Smash it. Yeah, definitely smash the like button there. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos. We've got a free Discord as well, so get in there. It really has got the best layout and all the sites for Hex, Pulsechain, Pulsechain, and all the Pulsechain projects. The whole Pulsechain ecosystem in there. We've got awesome community in there as well, so get in there, folks. It really is a great place. Genuine says, just caught up on the Power City from yesterday. It was a great show. Thanks, Super. Hey, you're welcome there, Genuine. Yeah, I just really wanted to get the team on there and let them talk to you guys about the project. So we had a huge Q&A time, and that's in that live stream where people got to ask questions. There's a lot of questions in there, so definitely you can jump to that section as well, and there's a lot in that stuff there. So definitely cool. Big Bully as well. Hey, good to see Big Bully. And QQ says there, glitch there, you lag for 10 seconds. Yeah, the software is really cool. I prefer it over StreamYard, but it does have a few glitches in it. Is the only thing I would say there, QQ. Genuine says, just finished listening to your Power City show from yesterday. Thanks, Super. You're welcome. DGen as well. How do we get involved in the Power City Sacrifice? Great show. Now, if you go to our Pulsechain, if you go to our Discord, or maybe one of the moderators will post you the link, but if you go to our Discord, you will find under Pulsechain projects the links to the Power City and the Power City Sacrifice there. That's in our Pulsechain projects there. So cool. Bobcat says thumbnail is like Tekapose, says Bobcat. I think you might be right about that, Bobcat. Hi, lies beneath, says Francis. Nice. We've got Gabe in the house as well. Hi, all. Good to see you, Gabe. Good to see you. And who's at the doorbell? We'll find out next week. Who else? Now, we've got 2 more interviews coming up. So stay tuned for that. One big project team and one big event coming up for Hex and Pulsechain. So look forward to that. It's coming up. Hopefully both of them will be this week. At least one of them will definitely be, but hopefully both of them. And we'll see. Xenology says CZ should sell coin market wrap. Yeah, Xenology, I agree with that. Hey, look, Hexkins might end up owning it. So we'll see, Xenologist. Hexkins might very well end up owning it. I don't know. That is our Discord. Brian has posted that. Brian's one of our 2 community leaders, so big shout out to Brian. Tim Top is in the house as well. What's up, Hexkins? What's up? Good to see you. Very, very nice. All right, let's jump back to it. Let us go. Let's get into Hex. Here we go. So Hex at the moment, 5.4 cents. This is the 15-minute chart here on Hex. And you can see that we got denied again for the 3rd time. Now, typically, after 3 times, you'd go down. But we've got a bullish upward chart with higher lows in it. So that means that we could probably have a 4th attempt. And it looks like that's very much possible. Maybe today. It feels like we had a good chance to do it. We just haven't done it yet. The market just doesn't want to go over the 5.6 cents, I should say. You can see how it's zigzagging around down here. We sort of bottomed here at 5.35 and got up to 5.4 here at the moment. So that's on the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the hourly chart and have a look at that. So you can see how we've got these higher lows sort of sitting in the hourly. We've had that 1, 2 move there on the hourly. You can see recently that's moved 2 and 3. This is when Bitcoin did that big volatility over 25,000 and down to 23,000 and a half. That's we got rejected there, and we came back up again. I thought we might do it here. And down we came. But we have got higher lows in here, so the market's still holding up. Market really doesn't want to sell down quite yet, so it hasn't rolled over. And that's kind of where we are there on the hourly. Going to the 4-hourly chart, and you can see our 3 attempts here. Attempt 1, attempt 2, and attempt 3. But we've still got this nice upward trend and higher lows. So we're still in the game. Number 4. Let's do it. And we are got shorter intervals as well. That's kind of cool. So let's see how we get on there. And we are still got the EMA still looking good as well. We've got a green candle at the moment on the 4-hourly there. Let's jump into, let's pull up the RSI. See on the 4-hourly there, we've got plenty of room to move. We're 55. We've got plenty of room to move there as well. Let's go to the daily and check out Hex on the daily. And Hex looking good, right, on the daily. So looking nice there. Very nice indeed. Very bullish here still as well with the 9-day EMA here over the for 21-day. Looking pretty good there. Let's look at the RSI. We've come off from the oversold territory. That was, overbought territory here. And we've just been skimming below here. Looking very good at 66. So we've got room to move as well if we want to get a nice little rise up there into the overbought territory. Let's do it. Let's do it on Sunday, Saturday, US time. That'd be great. And of course, we're currently trying to get back to 5.4 cents at the moment. So cool. I noticed the liquidity's changed around a bit too. We're down from what we're about 9.3 million down to 8.8 million on the top trading pair for Hex. So let's have a look at that. So that's kind of where we are. We've got 64% of the trades were buys. So 223 buys in the top pair versus 123 sells. So 2 to 1 there. But the volume is 1 million to 1.2. So that's really dropped off. We were up in the 3 million mark. So that's dropped off there. So 1 million to 1.2. So a 46% buy volume over the last 24 hours. That's why we've got a slightly red candle there as well. Looking at the 6-hourly chart there, we've got 67% buy, so still 2 to 1 ratio on the buy side when they act in the trades, but we've actually started to lift the volume. So the volume's lifted there, 505K versus 420K, and so the buys have started to dominate there. That's nice to see. Maybe we'll get that breakout over 5.6 cents. You can see it's just teasing us here. Here's the old breakout there. That's pretty cool. Now, next target, of course, let's have a talk about that. That is where we are on Hex. The next targets, of course, we're talking about is 6.5 cents. And then, of course, if we get that breakout, we could potentially get up to 6.4, 6.5. and then the next one 7.3, and the next one 8.6, and the next one 10 cents. So basically anything, once we break this 5.6, we could really get anything between 6 and 10 cents basically. And of course, maybe we need some news, Pulsechain testnet news, or whatever, but maybe the market's just going to do it anyway because we're still looking pretty good here as well. So that's kind of where we are on the market. Let's have a quick look at what's coming up here as well. And I want to integrate my old chart with this chart, so I'll try and do that. So obviously we're coming up to the Shanghai fork here. Still think that's March. I haven't double checked, but I'm pretty sure it's still March here. And that's coming up as well. That's not too far away. And of course we got the Fed rate hike here in March. And of course 25 basis points, and looks like February probably be 25 basis. May be 25 basis points as well. Now we haven't had the Pulsechain test at V3, but we have we've got the base clients already. Just trying to get the Aragon across the line was the last one we had. So that's kind of cool. So we've got Geth, Prism, Aragon, and Lighthouse. Those are what we're waiting for to launch. So we'll see. This is taking a bit longer, so we've got to move our chart here as well. So that's not happened. So that's all moving further down here as well. So these dates are probably all going to have to move because we haven't had testnet yet as well. And that could reasonably last, 2 months, 4 months, something like that. That's what I'm expecting. So we'll see what happens there. Then, of course, we've got the V3 license in play as well, 1st of April. Both of these are optional, right? We can upgrade those as well. We know that Pulsechain is going to be V2, which is better for us because we want both sides of the pair. So that's kind of good too. And then the withdrawals, I think that delaying the withdrawals is cool. You get everyone to deposit their Pulse and then do the withdrawals later. But even though we haven't even got the testnet out yet, so still waiting for that too. All right, so that's kind of where we are at the moment. Let's have a look at the bigger view of Hex over the longer period of time. Let's get rid of the overlay and let's see where Hex is overall. We're going to go to the top here and around about the 19th September. And we got all the way down. Where was it all the way down here? Our low around about the 28th of December. 465 days of a bear market for Hex. But hey, look, we've now got a higher high here compared to our previous low here in that bear move. And of course, now we're on day 517 since the all-time high there, and we're down around about 89.6%. So we're just below 90 now, but we were as low as around about just under 97%. So now we've down to about 90. So that's interesting stuff there. Pretty cool, but looking more positive, right? Looking more positive, and we bet this one out here too. And this one here, this previous top here was about 7.4 cents. So that's what the one we want to beat out to as well. So it's kind of cool. Looking good. All right, that is Hex. Let's go to the whale bot. We got penalties of this one here. We got pretty 500,000 Hex penalties. That was pretty nice. What else we got there? 1 million Hex staked again for 555. We've seen a lot of big Hex stakes for 555. So it's kind of cool. And we got 7.1 million Hex sold, 385k there 11 hours ago. Then 2 hours ago we had 100,000 Hex newt for 332,000 Hex here. Crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff. They got to pay out of 232 there as well. I do think there may have been some hacked accounts as well. Some people are suspicious. Some accounts may have gone hacked as well. So I did see some info around that. That is Hex. Let's get to Hadron. Hadron is down at 2,084, not looking quite as good as Hex at the moment. If Hex is, if Hex is up, is down, 1.9% on 24 hours. Hadron is down 5.7%, and that's sitting at 2,084, pretty much on the support level there at 2,000. We've got 34 buys, 60% of buys there in trades, and 34% buy volume. So the sellers are definitely winning out on the sell volume there. That's pretty much it on Hadron. Let's jump over to the ICOSA auctions. These are Hex HSI auctions for Hadron. We've got 4,019 liquidations there waiting to happen to go into auction. So still a lot there to be picked up. And we've got 12 currently in the auction house at the moment. So 12 left there for the remaining day. So we've got how many? 2 T-shares here, 65 T-shares. 500,000 Hex is pretty good. We've got a big million one here. That's 129. Remember, there's about 90 or so of those. So this is one of them, 129 T-shares. That's currently got 718 billion bid on that, but still got 16, almost 17 hours to go there. We've got a few other there as well if you want to pick up some of these. So these ones look like they're just traded. This one was 10 T shares. Looks like trade for 950 billion Hadron there. So congratulations to those people. Looking at WhatsApp NFTs. So if you got those in the last 24 hours, 2 WhatsApp NFTs were burned in the last 24 hours. So 351 endpoints. We've still got 21,617. So the majority of people, about 98% or so, have still got their Wattses. That is a slow burn. All right, that is pretty much it. We're going to get into some of our honorable mentions. We're going to do that. Before we do that, though, let's get back into the chat there and catch up. Big welcome to everybody, of course. Waiting for that to happen. Bam. We got up to that one, so let's jump through that. Hex Force 1 has landed. Hey, Superman. Hexkins, good to see you. And good. Lau also helped me say last night, nice one, Lau. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in there. There's lots of questions in the Q&A, definitely for sure. I did ask them a question about marketing. I don't know if they've been asked a question about marketing before, so I did ask that, so that was kind of neat as well. Woohoo! Lau says, yeah. I didn't really set the interview up to do a lot of questions myself. Obviously, I had a few at top of mind, but I really wanted it for the community to ask their questions, because I know many of you are interested in Power City, and there was a huge amount of Q&A time, so I thought that was kind of nice as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lau says, so excited and bullish about Power City. Me too. I really am excited about that. Not just for Power City, but for Pulsechain. I really do think it's going to be a key value add on Pulsechain. Big time. With Portal X and Earn Protocol, really is going to be really amazing. What else there? Let's jump through that. Mikey says, hello all. What's up, Superman? Every time you ring the doorbell, my dog runs to the door. No way. That's pretty funny, man. That is pretty... Yeah, that's pretty funny. PK says, patience in crypto always has good rewards. I got no problem waiting. The market will probably go sideways, the chop until 2024 anyways, says QQ. Yeah, well, the end of 23 definitely looks like that's when people are hoping for the Fed to start being expansionary with its policy. So quantitative easing of forms, and we'll see. But it does look like the Fed is also going to do monetary tightening as well, not just interest rates. So we might have to talk about that at some stage. Brazology in the house there. What's up? Hey, good to see you, Briz. Tin Top's in the house as well. Jay Everything says, woohoo, 100%, absolutely. We got Magnus as well. Hey, Superman, good to see you, Magnus. Who else is there? Brazology says, pour a little out for the fallen homies that got hacked. Yeah, it's a bit sad, really. It is sad. You really do look after your security, folks, when you're out there. Don't click on sites. Don't ever offer up your private keys. Just do, keep your wits about you. It really is important. Tea Time in the house there. Hi, good to see you, Tea Time. Welcome to the chat. Santa's in house. Superman, you are great. I appreciate that. Thanks very much. Appreciate the words. And our community is great as well. I love our community. It's pretty nice there. JB says, evening all. Good to see you, JB. And Sandy Beach says, love the horn. Yeah, very cool. All right, who got hacked? I just saw on Twitter some guy pointed out some account that looked like it got hacked. I didn't pull that up today, but that was definitely looked like it did get hacked. So time to time, there's always an account that maybe they've been, just doing something wrong. So who knows? All right, let's jump into it. We got our honorable mentions. Honorable mentions, yay! All right, there we go. So honorable mentions today, Pulse Bitcoin. It just had a nice little pump. Look at that pump. Can't get too upset about that pump, can you? Look at that. Woohoo! So it was down as low as 86 cents and it went as high as $1.25. So pretty nice gains there. It's currently at $1.11 and it's up 28% at the moment. So that's a nice little pump there for Pulse Bitcoin. Remember, this is the output token. This is supposed to be, the digital version of the original Satoshi Bitcoin. That's the theme, the narrative, and of course, it's up 28%. So it's nice to see that. I'm pretty happy for the people in that project. 44% buys, 50 buys over 63 sells, but the volume there, 55% on the 24 hours. So it's nice to see that as well. Let's see how that played out in the hourly chart. You can see that's only a couple of hours that played out. So it's only 3 hours ago that big pump happened. So that was really nice to see that. All right, so that's Pulse Bitcoin, honorable mention there. And of course, let's get on to our second honorable mention, internet money. Not just on ETH chain, but on BNB chain, which is its original place. And of course, it got airdropped to people that held BNB IM Internet Money. And of course, this is related to Internet Money Wallet with the WD token, which is going to launch within, I don't know, maybe 5-6 weeks, something like that. That's pretty cool. And that's currently at 5,000 on BNB. And nice little move there, 68% buy trades and 58% buy volume. Still liquidity at 43k, so a real retail play on BNB. But of course, also did pretty well here, particularly well here on Ethereum for Internet Money. So it had a nice little rally. Look at that. Went from 5,300 to almost 7,300. So it was a pretty nice move. Up 8.5% there as well. Liquidity a lot better on the ETH chain, which is the new one, and that is 125k. Trades 21 trades, 72 of the trade volume, and of course 65% of the buy volume at 8k there. So retail play, but still nice to see that moving up overnight. And of course, Internet Money here is progressing their main project, what I call their main project, which is the Internet Money wallet. And of course, this is going to be a big deal. It's part of Richard Hart's optional vertical integration as well. Obviously, Richard Hart's working on the Hart wallet, but this is going to play a pretty key role and multi-chain role as well. It's going to be fun to see that. There's profit sharing and free airdrops and I guess referrals. So it's got a bit of everything. I like that. Internet Money Wallet Dividend has been launched on BSC and Ethereum and Pulsechain testnets and airdrop to sacrifices who participated in the movement freedom time. So if you actually participated in that, you would actually see that on those chains for your wallets, which is kind of cool. They're on testnet, but they are looking to launch very, very soon, maybe within 4 to 5, 6 weeks, somewhere in that ballpark. We will be pushing up an update to iOS, Android, and Chrome soon that will follow the testing of WD on these testnets. So it's kind of cool. Passive income and PLS, Ethereum and BNB will function. Isn't that going to be cool? That's kind of neat, right? And it's kind of worth people sharing the wallet around, maybe moving away from MetaMask, more people, and moving into profit sharing. That makes a lot of sense. Now, there's always stickiness, like people get used to MetaMask. Everyone's been talking about MetaMask for years, so it does take a little bit of a head shift as well. You also want to know that the wallet is fully safe. Obviously, they're doing a lot of testing on that, but it's certainly going to be interesting to see that play out. BSC, Ethereum, and Pulsechain. We are still on pace to launch WD on Ethereum and BSC and Pulsechain if it's live mainnets within the next 7 weeks. So that's really, really cool. Now, this update was on the 12th of February. So it's 7 days old, something like that, 6 days old. It's got almost 19,000 views on it, which is pretty good. What else? We are a short window away from being the first tokenized crypto wallet of its kind, sharing 100% of its revenue with holders of WD. Earn passive income, free your time. So imagine that's pretty neat, right? That's pretty neat. So we're looking forward to that. In any case, they're going to be launching on ETH and BSC chain. This thing's going to be live. This sucker is going to be live. And of course, it's going to be fun. It's in everybody's interest who downloads and uses the wallet to spread it around and get other people using it, because people that are swapping on this, MetaMask getting well over $100 million, I think. And the revenue, I think last year it was $150 million. Imagine that going to all the wallet holders. That's kind of cool. Some people we've seen some Hex trades, people using MetaMask swap and paying thousands of dollars in the fees there. It's kind of insane. But yeah, imagine that happening on this wallet. That'd be really neat. So kind of cool. And that all goes back as well. So all right. So that is kind of some of the cool stuff there happening with Internet Money. We're watching this very closely as well. This is in my top 10. And it was at number 10 there, so kind of cool. That is Internet Money. Honorable mention number 2. Honorable mention number 3 is Zen. Zen price, it has been popping here. It bounced off 5 zeros and 1,000, and it is out and up at 5 zeros, 1,400. So not bad, 9.3% rise here. So that's kind of cool. And this is a speculative play, of course. But I think that when the roadmap rolls out, that's a probable play, right? So you're moving from a possible play to probable play. So we're watching from that as well. And Jack Levin's pushed out this thing here, which has really spurred the market. The Bitcoin blockchain, we're coming for you too. So obviously we've been on EVM chains. They've done over 10 EVM chains altogether. Obviously Ethereum, Polygon, BNB being the biggest ones. But look at this. Bitcoin blockchain, we are coming. So they're coming for that as well. So that's really spurred some enthusiasm. Look at that, 74,000 views. He's all as well getting more engagement with his views, which is pretty impressive. As well, eating burgers at the ski field as well, from the looks of it. First 10,000 Zentoshis on Bitcoin blockchain will be special, and that is Zen. So interesting move here, and the market is liking this a lot. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. Bitcoin ordinals go live, Jack Levin. So this is going to be fun to see that as well. Ordinal fees paid to Bitcoin miners across $1 million. What is an ordinal? It's an arbitrary data stored on Bitcoin blockchain into a taproot address. BTC block sizes were raised to 4 megabytes per block, allowing for the storage of data such as NFTs in the form of images. And you can see the revenue created there. So it's game on there from the looks of it, and trying to get on not just EVM chains, but with Ethereum, but with Bitcoin. Big move. Here is the Zen light paper stored as ordinal on the Bitcoin blockchain. They got that as well, so that's kind of cool, and the market seems to be liking it because we've still got a decent amount of volume coming out. But it is definitely looking good there. So nice one on that one from Jack Levin. All right, that is the 3 honorable mentions. Now we're going to get into the charts, though. We're going to get into the charts. Before we do that, though, let's get into some of the comments as well. We're up to 36 minutes on the hour. Let's get in to see who else has jumped in here. Let's find the people. QQ says, nice little pump indeed. Butch says, does Internet Money original sacrifices sit on Treasure wallets? It sits on the blockchain, so whatever block, a block, you'll have to connect with your Treasure to that I guess, if you want to interact with them. But yeah, they just get dropped to your account on the blockchain, so your wallet on the blockchain there. Zen 1400. Yeah, I thought that's pretty good. A pretty good strong move there. So pretty good there, Zenology. Thought you'd like that one. Butch says CoinStash on Brisbane Exchange now lists Hex for trade. Butch, you're front running the news. Front running news there. Damn, he is going to ruin Bitcoin transaction fees too, says Briz. That's pretty funny, man. All right, so let's get into it. Let us go. We're going to jump into the news here. So this is some stuff there I called off Twitter. Really cool. Look at these Hex.com shoes, man. These could probably sell really well. I don't know if someone's going to... This is just a mock-up, but maybe if someone does this, it could be actually really take off there. I like these zany shoes. Look at that. We're all popping there. Let me know in the chat if you buy some of these. It's got trustless yield here. Was it 38%? Hex.com. I like the cool little treads, glowy stuff here. Very, very nice. So let me know what you think of that. We've also got here, someone took a snapshot of Hex at 5.555. I thought that was pretty funny. So 5.555 cents, and of course it was up 32% at the time. So very nice. I like it when people do the 5555s. So if you're new to Hex and you're wondering what 5555 means, well, the maximum period that you can stake or invest in Hex is 5,555 days, and so that's why that's funny. The other number that a lot of people talk about is that they use is 369, because the nominal inflation rate for Hex is 3.69. So you might see that around as well. So those are 2 cool tweets. Another one that we saw here, of course, yesterday in Washington, Hex and PLS meetup organized by Balliet Brand. Obviously, most people know Balliet Brand in the community. All we do is win. And of course, you can see, I think there's RH Maximus here as well. So Balliet Brand's a YouTuber in the space, RH Max as well. I think there might be a couple others in here. Vets and Crypto, who's in our community, is in there as well. Finest Hex. So that's kind of cool. Let's have a look here. It looks like they've been doing some bowling as well. We've got Balliet Brand there. We've got RX Max in the back here. I'm just trying to think. I've seen a couple of these faces, but I don't know their names. Just the way it goes. Our community is massive, right? So they can't know everybody. But those are the ones I do know. They're YouTubers in any case. But they look like they got the Tempen bowling running up there. Very, very cool as well. So nice. I'm sure some people are going, I know that person. I know that person is. So that's kind of cool. I love these meetups, these Hex meetups. Very, very cool. Nice to see that. And of course, we've got Brizology in the chat there. Was at the very first Hex meetup. So good to see Brizology in the chat there. He can relate to these meetups. So nice. That was in LA. So very cool. Very nice. Trying to find the wrong one. Right, so that is it. I think it was Butch that mentioned this, and KDP has posted this on Twitter. Hex Exchange listing alert. We've had a few of these lately. Obviously, we had Kraken and others. So you can buy Hex on CoinStash now, exchange in Australia. So that's kind of cool. There is a picture there of Hex and people in Australia, which, Australia is one of the big markets. So it's cool to see that Hex is on another exchange. The exchanges are slowly falling, right? The walls are falling, the gatekeeping is falling, and it's only just warming up. It's going to be really fun to see it play out. I've said this a long time. No, once people follow the money, and of course, when people get wrecked in centralized exchanges and CeFi, they don't own the keys to their coins. They quickly start looking for alternatives, and then they find themselves in a DeFi a lot of the time. And then what do they find themselves in? They look for the big thing. What's the big thing in DeFi? Well, it's Pulsechain, right? Pulsechain ecosystem is coming, and people will follow the money. Even some of the big organizations that are on Ethereum and other places that may have said they're not coming, or that they're hesitant, or they're just waiting to see, they'll all be coming too. And we saw all the big influencers talking about that. Some of them have sacrificed as well. So we've seen them lifting their game. Ivan on Tech, obviously the big one. And of course, Carl the Moon. There's BitBoy. I mean, these guys are coming. It's going to be fun to see. And just one of those dwarfs the total number of influencers, including Richard Hart in crypto. Obviously, Richard Hart has way higher engagement, dramatic engagement compared to the big influencers. If you look at their sites, the engagement level of Richard Hart is obviously, he's not just an influencer, but he is a founder as well. And and he's been calling it Richard Hart was right, has been trending more times than we can remember there on Twitter. So it's really, really powerful to see this change. All the walls are falling down, gatekeepers falling down. Welcome to the golden crypto, the best crypto ecosystem, and it's fun to be here, man. It's going to be so, so good. Read them a week. There's going to be a lot of people around, though, folks, in the future. So you better put your welcome mat out because it's going to be busy time. Really cool. So another one there, CoinStash. Very exciting to see that, right? Very cool indeed. All right, that is that. We're going to get into the Hex Daily Stats. Not sure if we're up to that yet, though. We've still got a little while to wait. Yeah, day 1174 will be hot off the press soon. Let's jump back to Hex and get back to the 15-minute chart. That is pretty much the news today. Let us get rid of all that. That is our 15-minute chart right there. 5.388 cents on Hex. Let's jump back over to the chat and see who is in here. Let us go back to there. Let me find. Welcome to Hex Token Channel with your host Superman, proudly representing Pulsechain and Hex gains. Butch says, does internet? I think I touched that one already. QQ says those shoes are nice. Yeah, I thought so. I'd definitely buy some of those. I mean, they look pretty cool for running. I would buy the Hex shoes. Says Crypto Cav. Nice. Those shoes would be cool if they glowed like Richard's LV bags. That's true. I agree with that too. They could put some sort of battery lighting or something in there like that. Sandy Beach says, I like the colors, but I'm a brand loyalist, says Sandy Beach. That's funny, man. That's funny. I like that, Sandy. What's the gals at? Where's the girls at? Yeah. Well, the girls have been doing a lot of stuff, haven't they, Sandy? Online, the girls of Pulsechain and Hex. There have been lots of girl meetups on videos and stuff like that I've seen. Woot woot. Hey, woot woot. I'm having another meetup next Saturday, says Brazology, for Hex meetup. Nice. Check my Twitter if anyone wants to go. So if you want to go, check Brazology on Twitter. I don't know if you can you post? Yeah, Brazology, post your Twitter handle there as well. Sandy Beach, post your Twitter handle too, because I think they're both doing a great job out there if you want to go to the meetup. Ramon says, I was just watching Tiger Woods' PGA interview. One of the banners was the PGA is announcing its first ever crypto giveaway. Really? Wow, cool. That's not quite a neat. Now, was it the Super Bowl? I think they cut out all of the crypto ads, right? The Super Bowl. So that was probably a little bit dramatic. So that is Brazology's Twitter handle. There, if you want to go and follow Briz, and also if you want to go to that meetup as well, if you're in the United States there. California, I think, right? LA, I think is Briz is at. So check that out. Not sure if you're traveling a bit somewhere else, but let us know. Right, so cool. That is it. Where's Sandy Beach's handy handle there? Is it coming? I think it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, around the world, we've got the Sandy Beach handle. There we are. So follow Sandy Beach on Twitter and rising stars, rising stars in the midst. I love it. And that's pretty much it. So let's jump away from that. We've got the Hex chart. Bam! It is at 5.388 cents on the old Hex chart. Looking good, as we say, looking good. Now, if you haven't checked out the Power City video, go check it out. It's on this channel. We had Just Ask Jesse And of course, we did talk about Power City and stablecoins and a few other things. Also, we had KDP on the channel for the first time. Obviously, a big member from the Power City team, and of course, a big influencer on Twitter as well. So it's cool just to see them, listen to them as well. So nice. Really was just a open floor for the Power City team to let people know about their project and the sacrifice that's on as well. Actually, someone asked about that, so let me pull that up. I think I got that now. If you want to participate in the Power City sacrifice, remember to do your own investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice. I'll post a link to that here. Sacrifice. If you want to participate that. Now this is the top tier project that's still open on their sacrifice. So I would also add, well, that's not out of my top 10. There's also Famous as well. Famous is still open also. That's in my top 10. But that is the Power City sacrifice link there if you want to do that. Sandy Beach says, thank you, Hex Token. You're most welcome, Sandy. That is pretty much that on there. We're waiting for the Hex daily stats. Day 1174 will be out shortly, maybe in a couple of minutes. So we're just waiting for that. And here we are at the moment, we've got Hex at 5.388 on the 15-minute chart. Not looking too bad at all. Let's do it. Can we beat the 5.6? We've still got this nice uptrend. So fingers crossed there. Fingers crossed. Right. Day 114. It's going to be off the press soon. Yeah, 17 minutes past. It's going to be very close to coming out here. We're already on day 1175, so it's going to be coming out pretty shortly there in the old refresh. Let us know in the chat there if you've seen anything that I haven't mentioned today over the last 24 hours. So let me know in the chat there if you've seen something that I haven't not mentioned. Back up here. All right, 5.388. We're just chilling it here on the beach in good old New Zealand summer. I can hear the crickets outside. I will be going for a walk outside afterwards to enjoy the day. Maybe even go down to the field and have a big run. Do a big run, super fast, man. Let us know in the chat there if you used to be a track and field star. Let us know, like if you were really competitive, maybe not Olympic, maybe, but if you were pretty good at high school or at college or something like that, let us know in the chat if you had some of those skills. That'd be pretty cool. John Gibbons says BlackRock have launched a tokenized ETF, I hear. Yeah, someone was talking about that yesterday, John. I haven't actually followed up on that, but someone did mention that yesterday around BlackRock. BlackRock going to take up a position in Hex. Let's see. That's the headline that will really get things going. There we go. Sandy Beach says, I was good at maths. Oh, nice one, Sandy. Good at maths, Sandy. That's funny. All right, 5.388. Waiting for that. Hey, there we are, folks. We got it. Woohoo! We did it. We got it. We waited patiently, and we got the Hex daily stats out. That's where they're... All right, so we got day 11474 hot off the press, the 18th of February 2023. The price down just a tad there, 1.8% to 5.397 cents. We've got the payout per hex is 6.433. That's really good. Honestly, I'm just loving these hex payouts. For those that got some T-shares, you must be enjoying this. The payouts have been really, really good. So you're getting yield at the moment. You're getting price. The price is rising. It's all good, all good. And you're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain. It's going to be pretty nice. T-share rate there is, T-share price I should say, is $1,428. The share rate there at dot day is up at 20,456. Remember we had those two big days, 624 and 82. So the share rate is waiting for nobody, getting those T-shares. Earlier pays better. Longer pays better, bigger pays better, earlier pays better. And the share rate is the earlier pays better part, getting in before it keeps rising, getting more T-shares. Average stake length is 6.76 years. Amazing. And of course, those big short-term stakes coming out and having more long-term stakes has helped to contribute to 6.76 years, a jump from 6.5. It's pretty awesome. So Hexkins are around a long time. APY, the annual percentage yield rate plus yield being the inflation, and of course the emergency in stakes there, penalties, is 37.85%. That's paid out in Hex terms, which is pretty cool. The penalties, the liquidity in the pool is 69 million hex. I haven't pulled up the liquidity chart today, but that is where our liquidity is, 69 million on the daily hex data. Now, hex T-shares. Now, if you are new to hex, hex is easy to understand. We have a reward pool with the inflation and penalties in it, and we have an ownership pool with the T-shares, which stands for trillions of shares. If the reward pool or the ownership pool with T-shares goes up or down, then the hex payout per day to T-share holders goes up or down. But generally, it's just going to go up and to the right. So it's going to be fun to see that. That's why getting in and getting those T-shares is pretty important from that point of view. And of course, longer pays better, bigger pays better, and of course, earlier pays better. So that's pretty cool. We're at 10,155,608 T-shares in the ownership pool, up 1,374. We're going to jump over to the stake percentage of coins. 9.74% is Hex is staked at the moment. Now, after the Hex God Whales 2 accounts came out, we went from 10.1 down to 9.74. And of course, we're waiting to see what will happen with the stakes coming up. That's going to be interesting. I haven't actually checked that either today, but we might end up seeing some excitement there. Who knows? We're at 1.8 million in Hex penalties today, so it was a pretty good day. That gives 50% of those penalties go to Hex stakers. Looking at the growth of Hex current holders, we're up 114 on Etherscan, up to 319,941. So the Hex contract there. Stakers are up 25, up to 118,796. So this is still a bit modest. We certainly want to improve this as a community and get these numbers higher. Richard always talks about getting out there and doing direct promotions. And of course, just do whatever you feel comfortable, but spread the word, hex.com. I mean, 90% down on the all-time high. One of the 10,000X coins, getting a copy on Pulsechain. There's lots of pretty cool, earning a sweet yield. It's pretty easy to get people on board. Obviously, not investment advice, do your own due diligence, but that is pretty cool. Change in total holders up 226, and 531,669 holders is the total at the moment. That is day 1174, and we're in our third month of the fourth year on day 1175 now, and the payout per T-share is at the base around about 6.341, which is pretty amazing. And as Brazology knows well, Superman loves the Hex payouts more than anyone. anyone there. Anyone there. All right, we'll give a doorbell for that. That was very cool. All right, I know, I appreciate that. Bruce does too. Bruce wants to take me. Bruce says it's unfair that he doesn't get a reply, except he's got the chat. He's got the chat there. He can write a reply in the chat. All right, so that's cool. All right, we've got Hex at the moment at 5.387. Looking pretty good. Let's see if we can get this, close this gap all the way up to 5.6. That would be around about a 4% pump in the price, and that's easily doable in crypto, and we could do that in 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens there. Let's get back into some of the comments. What else there? PSI says, nice job with the Power City crew. Jesse really knows his stuff with regard to stability coins or stable coins, and anyone using the EARN protocol should feel confident any node vulnerability has been addressed. Yeah, that was a good comment there, PSI. That's not nice, Wookie, says Sandy Beach. What did Wookie say? Wookie here. Wookie says, Wookie was good at eating other kids' lunch. Oh, that's terrible, Wookie. You're so funny. Now, Wookie is one of our awesome, funny comedians in the community, and I love his sense of humor there. Sandy Beach says, that's not nice, yeah, for sure. Butch says, have we left the run too late to sacrifice now for Power City 1-to-1? So here's your options with the Power City sacrifice. It's going to end when Pulsechain launches, so you've still got plenty of time, because obviously we haven't even got testnet out yet. And of course, you never know. That's definitely, you can participate at this stage. Now, it's a $1 for 1 point. Obviously, there's no expectations, and of course, there's going to be the Watt token that's going to go somewhere, right? So that's kind of the logic there. But there's also up to 55% bonus on if you've sacrificed for internet money, Pulsex, Power, Pulsechain, and just forget the last one at the moment. But there's 4 of those. And yeah, and then there's also a random draw, 35% for every mark that hits. So I think we've just hit $4 million. So we're going to hit like 4,250,000. There's another one there, so it goes to 80 wallets, I believe, 35%, and it's a random draw for those. Sandy's won 2 of those, which is pretty nice. The other thing, of course, is that it depends what you think your best value in the short term with your money, right? So if you think you can make more money on something else and maybe then sacrifice later before Pulsechain, you can always do that because the rate's not changing. So there we are. There's my thoughts on that one. So obviously I'm a big fan of the project, but when you do your sacrifice, that's up to you. You know, like, I mean, if you're going to participate, it's all up to you. But you have time. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, they're using it to build out their roadmap, so they're using it for projects. No expectations. Oh, that seems to be magically happening. PSI says though Jesse didn't throw a little shade at Dipcatcher. I don't even remember anything like that. Jesse, I don't remember any comment on that. Pulsechain sacrifice is still going on until Pulsechain launches. So that is true. And Bobfish King says, I'm madly, hi all, late. I'm madly watering the garden before the heat wave arrives in southern Australia. Just got meat Hex, it says Blobfish King. Well, I hope you're okay there, Blobfish King, for that. I know it's been pretty hot, like 40 degrees Celsius or so. Been pretty hot indeed. Gabe says, thank you for this walkthrough explanation, says Gabe. You're welcome. And QQ says, opportunity knocks. It's just very quietly. Yeah, says QQ. Absolutely. All right, we're on 56, almost 57 minutes on the hour. We're going to hang out here for a couple more minutes, and we're at 5.387 cents here on the Hex chart. So very cool. Let us know in the chat there if you've got anything of interest that you want to say, because we'll talk about it. Let me know if maybe there's some project that you thought was really highlight or something like that. Let us know. That'd be cool. It's magic talk time. We have got other effects, by the way. We've got this trumpet, sad trumpet. Maybe I should put that on sometimes with Wookie's jokes. No, I'm just kidding. Wookie's jokes are outrageous, so I'll put this one on for Wookie. Wookie's jokes, and 3, 2, 1. All right, there we are, 5.387. Can we get a 4% pump to 5.6? Have our fourth go and get busting out of that fifth 5.6 range and get into the 6 to 10 cent range? Let's do it. All we need is some big whale to come in and to move the market. I don't want them to move it too much, but I just we can break down this resistance. That'd be very nice indeed. All right, 58 minutes. We're into it. 2 more minutes to go, folks. During this, man, my live stream yesterday was short, and today's short too. Normally I go for an hour and 15 minutes. It's my normal target, and typically I go over that about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, which is hilarious. It's pretty funny. QQ says knocking on the big 25k resistance. Says QQ. Are we? Let's pull up the old crypto market. Let's pull that up. 24/7. It's kind of looking good, eh? It's kind of looking good. Like we're going to get a bit of a move here. So Sunday might be Sunday. It's Saturday in the US. I've got to remember that. It is currently what time in LA? It is 4:30 in the afternoon in LA. So plenty of time in the United States. And New York is 7:30 in the evening. London is now on Sunday. But it's only 12:30 in the morning. So they've just ended Sunday themselves. So there we are. Tokyo is at 9:30 in the morning in Tokyo on Sunday. So there we are. Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Kotemin. Sandy Beach says, thank you, Hex Token. Have a great rest of your day. You too, Sandy. PSI says, one thing I was not sure about is how to get the earn tokens. Do you get them for sacrificing or only when you stake Pulsechain stable on the earn protocol? They said there's only one sacrifice, PSI. So that is for the Watt token, and so who knows where? Well, it's for the points, and there's 2 tokens, Watt and earn. So you just never know. PSI. That was kind of where they left it. QQ says not that I would ever buy BTC, but it does move the markets. It does indeed. It is kind of like the ocean, as I say it. So it's a bit like the ocean and all the boats, all the rest of the projects, until Pulsechain makes its own sea. It's going to make its own ocean. That's what Pulsechain. We're going to make our own ocean and have our own ships. QQ says earn you need to earn lol probably by staking. You want the Watt token there. So if you want to sacrifice, there's 2 tokens, Watt and the earn. So you never know your luck, right? It's got to go somewhere. That's pretty much it. That's how I remember Jesse talking about the phrasing there. I think they said when you stake your PLSX, says Sandy Beach. Okay, cool. When you stake your PLSX, you're going to get the stable coin. You're going to get the stable coin out of the protocol. It's just like when you stake your Pulse and Liquid Lines, you get the USDL stable coin. Most people that sacrifice for Liquid Lines will get the loan token, and that's over a 2-year emission period. But for Power City, looks like there's only one sacrifice, so and there's 2 tokens. So there we are. Looks like they've got to just go somewhere. I should check all my SAC rankings again, says QQ. You should indeed. All right, that's where we are, folks. 5.387 cents. Let's see how we get on by tomorrow when I catch up. And today may very, very good. Maybe the next 24 to 36 hours, we might finally get this resistance of 5.6 broken. Certainly the market's kind of looking good. It just went red up when I clicked onto it. It was green. It's kind of looking good there, 24,700. We're kind of think we've got the right environment, at least over the weekend. And maybe if the stock market decides to not have its little baby fit last week and it decides to have a bit more green days next week, then that would bode well as well. Just that general sentiment. All right, we're at 1 hour and 1 minute. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's live stream. It has been fun. I've put a bit of variety in there today, and I thought that was kind of cool. All right, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and see you in Discord. Our Discord's 24/7, and of course, if you like great information and the best community, get into our Discord, Hex Token. And of course, if you want to join this channel as a member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechins, Hexkins, and the Richard Hart Club. And of course, we're live streaming every single day at the end of the Hex Day, which is always fun. Brizz says, great stream, live stream, says Brizz. Thank you very much. Lies as well. Take care all. And of course, yeah, everyone have a great day. It's Sunday here, sunny Sunday, and good old New Zealand. And so we're going to have a lot of fun here for sure. All right, let us move out of the chain there. Take care, everybody. Peace out. All the best. Enjoy yourself. As always, rock on, as we say. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong with my studio. Something's gone wrong. All right. We can do it. All right, let's get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that, and let's go. All right, bye for now. Take care. I think I've got this. What the heck is happening? Oh, no. All right, bye for now.